What a great opening ceremonies. A great way to start another amazing season of the Marbolian League. As you can see, all our teams are so excited, both returning and new. And what better way to start than with a track that I'm sure you're more than used to by now. It is the simple tournament race, where we will have 4 marbles go down at a time, and the top 2 will be moving on, while the bottom 2 will get placed based off of time. I'm sure you are more than used to the rules by now, so let's begin. Our first 4 teams to compete are the Snow Wolves, the Martians, the Phoenixes, and the Caramel Swirlers. Starting off now. Here's the Phoenixes have a lead, but Caramel Swirlers is fighting them for it, and then Martians is actually the first to make a move, followed by Snow Wolves, both of taking the anti-conflict round. Snow Wolves actually pushes ahead in that red funnel. Caramel Swirlers also pushes ahead of Martian, giving them both the advantage. Martian gets down 2, and now all 3 of them are battling it out in that yellow funnel. Snow Wolves are the first to get out. Martian immediately pushes ahead, meaning both of them will be moving on. Phoenixes definitely lost a lead there pretty early and did not work out for them. Our second round, we have Snowball Effect, River Rapids, Crystal Clear, and the Caffeine Cruisers. Starting off in 3, 2, 1. Down they go, through that starting gate into the blue funnel, all in a line, but Snowball Effect seems to be making the first move, but Caffeine Cruisers and Crystal Clear seem to be working with each other to push ahead of him, but Crystal Clear actually abandons the Caffeine Cruisers. Snow almost getting overtaken by Snowball Effect. River Rapids in dead last right now. Crystal Clear first into that yellow funnel. Caffeine Cruisers making a good hit on them, both fighting to get to the bottom. Snowball Effect comes next, trying to see if they can put a stopper on their plans, but no, Crystal Clear will make it. Snowball Effect making a hit on Caffeine Cruisers, but it is not effective. And the Caffeine Cruisers will be moving on. Meanwhile, it appears we have a team stuck. And oh no, it is the River Rapids, one of the fan favorites from the last season. Not excited for them to see they already are eliminated in such a poor fashion. Here we have Labyrinth, one of our returning teams, joined by the Electric Eels, our 6th place seed from last season, and Lyman Dashers, our 3rd place seed from last season, and a completely new team, the Seahorses, and they will be starting off in 3, 2, 1. Down they go. Lyman Dashers falling behind in that first funnel, but makes a good hit on the Electric Eels. Now battling it out in that blue funnel. They seem to be pushing ahead, but no, the Seahorses makes a nice hit, and Labyrinth sneaks ahead in between all the chaos. Both of those teams are in the red funnel now. Electric Eels are first to make a move out of that blue funnel, and both Labyrinth and the Seahorses are already out of the red funnel when I wasn't even paying attention. All 3 marbles except for the Lyman Dashers. Lyman Dashers joining them now. It's a battle for the first place, but Electric Eels will be taking it, and they will be moving on, joined by the Seahorses. Labyrinth, unfortunately, just couldn't make it in time, and Lyman Dashers not doing much better either. Our last group of round 1, we have our returning champions, Tidal Wave, joined by the Pumas, Skyfire, and the Patriots. Starting off in 3, 2, 1. Down they go into that first blue funnel. Skyfire gets an early hit on Tidal Wave. Now they're both battling it out. but the Pumas actually push ahead of them. But Skyfire manages to maneuver ahead of the Titans, and then Tidal Wave takes it from there, makes a hit on Skyfire immediately, which almost has a chain reaction, knocking all three of them down. Puma's in the lead now, followed by Tidal Wave, then Skyfire. It's too close to tell. Puma's and Tidal Wave battling it out. Tidal Wave gets out first, and then Titans come out of nowhere and knock Skyfire out of the way, meaning that Pumas qualify instead. And then the Titans and Skyfire both won't be moving on, unfortunately for them. What an intense round. Here we have our scores of all the eliminated marbles so far. They all did a wonderful job, but some of them just could not catch up. But it's not over. This is only the first event. They will have plenty of time to recover their scores in the long run. And in the meantime, we have some semifinals to start. Our first group of the semifinals will be the Martians, Crystal Clear, the Electric Eels, and Tidal Wave. Starting off in 3, 2, 1. Down they go into that first blue funnel. Tidal Wave seems to almost get a lead, but then the Martians and Crystal Clear seem to battle it out, pushing them ahead. Crystal Clear makes a maneuver that gets them in front, but then Tidal Wave pushes ahead of the Martians. Then so does Electric Eel. Crystal Clear getting out of that second funnel already. Electric Eel making a nice clean hit on Tidal Wave, but Tidal Wave still managed to get out of that red funnel first. Now they're both into that last yellow funnel at around the same time. Crystal Clear making great time out of it, and now it's just between these two to see who can get out sooner. And it will be Tidal Wave. Electric Eel is next. And what is this? We have another stuck marble. Yes, it appears that the Martians got stuck in that same tricky spot as before. Our last round before the first finals, where we have the Snow Wolves, the Caffeine Cruisers, the Seahorses, and the Pumas. Who will make it to the finals from this group? We'll find out in 3, 2, 1. Down they go into that first blue funnel. Snow Wolves tries to make a hit on Puma, but it doesn't seem to land, but he still is pushing ahead nonetheless. But then Pumas and Caffeine Cruisers both start fighting. Pumas and Snow Wolves now both first in that red funnel, followed by Caffeine Cruisers, who pushes ahead of both of them. Pumas actually makes it out of that red funnel first. And now the Caffeine Cruisers and the Pumas are fighting in that yellow funnel to see who can make it out first, but Pumas will be making it out. And what is this? Seahorses makes a hit on Caffeine Cruisers, and now it's anyone's games who will be qualified. It is these Seahorses who sneak out first, and they will be making it to the finals. Before we get into our final round, here are our updated scores so far. As you can see, all of the lighter colored scores are all teams who were eliminated in the semifinals, and the darker ones were eliminated in round 1. But we have 4 more marbles about to compete, and these are our finalists. We have our returning champions, Tidal Wave, potentially about to get another podium, as well as Pumas, Crystal Clear, and the Seahorses. This is going to be a really intense round that will be starting off in 3, 2, 1. Down they go into that first blue funnel, all keeping their distance from each other. It appears that Crystal Clear made the first move on Seahorses, and now they're both battling to get it out of that exit, but Pumas actually takes it before them. Crystal Clear follows shortly behind, though. Seahorses get into that red funnel, but not in enough time, because now Pumas and Crystal Clear are battling it out to see who can get that #1 spot, and it is Crystal Clear. Our first winners of Marbolian League 2026. Pumas will be getting that silver spot, and who will be getting that bronze place? It is Tidal Wave, who smoothly maneuvers to get ahead of the Seahorses, and the Seahorses are only new, fully new team from this match. Unfortunately, does not able to podium, but still, great job to all of these marbles. Here we have our final scores for today. As you can see, some teams did a lot better than others, and we've only had 2 DNFs, which is very fortunate for our first event. And let us know in the comments, which team are you cheering for this year? As we have a lot of new teams, so there's a lot of new opportunities for you guys to cheer some teams on. But with all that being said, let's congratulate our 3 medalists for the day: Tidal Waves, the Pumas, and Crystal Clear. Here we have our updated scores for the entirety of Marbolian League. And I'm sure it's exactly what you would expect because we're only 1 event in. So it is only their placement for today. But things will only get more chaotic as the season goes on. We have a ton of returning and new events for you, so make sure to stay tuned, and I will see you all next time. In the meantime, I'm your host, Dogbot300, and thank you so much for watching.